In every bad situation, I've learned to find something good about it and to learn from it, which either makes me stronger or in some cases, I learn, oh, I don't deal with this type of situation well. So one of the most recent significant changes in my professional life was that my actually boss died all of a sudden last year. So that change was, at first, it was just so sad and shocking, but it was good because it kind of demonstrated our group, those of us who were alive and still part of the team, it demonstrated whether or not we were resilient. You learned a lot about yourself. You learned a lot about people, how they deal with crisis, because that was a crisis. And a lot of people were very much affected, not just in terms of work, but emotionally. We had all bonded as a small group, and we were building out the team, which is now double since he's passed away. I think it was like in junior high school or in high school when I read Robert Frost's poem about, the unbeaten path, right? I walk around in the city a lot, even in that sense, right? I usually walk to and from work when it's in Midtown. My office is in Midtown. And I try to take a different path every single day, even though it's probably easiest to take one way, just because I know the flow of traffic. Like most New Yorkers, you know where to get to and how to get to it and the fastest way to get there. So that's my routine is not to have a routine, whether it's going out to dinner with friends and going to different places, trying new things, because especially in New York City, there's just so much to do, and I don't get an opportunity to travel the world like some of my friends do. So my way of just kind of mixing things up is not to have a routine. So that's probably my ritual, is not to have one. So one of the things I always focused on, and that's another reason why I was a social worker for 5 years in New York State, is I really want to help people get out of poverty, and to the extent that we can contribute to that. And in my own way, I don't have the financial means because I still support my family to make a lot of donations to charitable organizations, but in my own way, whether it's, taking a cab, I will give that extra dollar, or going to a restaurant, because having worked in those industries, I wasn't a cab driver, but I was a hostess, a server, and having done a lot of those jobs that a lot of my friends haven't done, I try to contribute to that in some way. And then if I was like Bill Gates or Warren Buffett, I would love to contribute to some program somewhere in this world or in this country where people are not concerned because they don't have health care or basic, food and water on their table, because there's so many still Americans who don't have that, especially in middle America. So that's probably one thing I would love to change.